So we got the things that we can control. We can control our body. We can control what we put into it. We can control our posture. We can control our breathing. We can control how we move. You know, so how we use our body affects our relationship. Not just sexually, but how we move down the street. You know, the feminine energy is all about movement. And in today's world, especially in this eastern part of the United States and the Western world, we encourage a very, you know, is that cool? Is that supposed to be sexy or something? It sells fashion. Well, it sells fashion, but it's not really the feminine energy. The feminine energy is flowing, it's free, it's moving, it's light, radiant. So, you know, how we use our body communicates a lot about success or not in a relationship. The next thing we control is our focus. So, you know, I started off by asking what was challenging about a relationship. In my notes, I really wanted to ask what was great. But for some reason, it came out that way. You know, then we talked about what was great too. But each question controls a focus. And we are controlling our own focus all the time. You know, do we have a focus like, you know, life's an adventure and I can't wait to go out and just be part of this grand adventure? Or do we have a focus of, how am I going to get through today? You know, so different focus. And each one will give you different results. So this is all about results. All right? So you want different results. We can change what we do with our body. We can change what we focus on. I want you just to close your eyes for a second and but think about the most amazing vacation you ever had. And it may not have been a faraway place, or it could have been somewhere overseas. It could have been a beach or mountains or a log cabin where you laughed your head off. Something happened where it just was a really cool experience. And, you know, remember what you saw and who was there and what you heard and how it felt. Perhaps the joy or the discovery or the beautiful scenery or whatever it was. And keep your eyes closed. Now, focus on the worst family fight you've ever been in. Could have been with a relative, a sibling, a parent, a spouse. Just had it out. Yelled your head off, maybe said some things you didn't like or heard. Now you can open your eyes. So each focus created a feeling. And we do things in life. We earn money. We have relationships. We go different places, eat different things for a feeling. That's why people get master's degrees and go to the Far East and sit in ashrams. We're going for a feeling. And the feeling could be called enlightenment, or it could be called, you know, making $50,000 a year. It's for a feeling. Our focus shifts our feeling. You just experienced it. Two different sets. A focus, two different feelings. So you can actually create the feeling without having the experience. Because right in this room, you didn't have that experience. You remember an experience. You can actually shift your focus to create the experience you want. The third thing that we can control is our beliefs. Now, most people say, well, you know, can I control my beliefs? Because, you know, I just believe what I believe. And that's true to a certain extent because we were programmed by our parents, our siblings, our teachers, our society, magazines, media. but we can actually look at those beliefs and say which ones are workable, which ones are supporting us in what we want. If we want a relationship, what do I believe? Do I believe that there are no good men out there left? Do I believe, the 20-year-olds are getting all the great men and, I'm washed up? Do I believe that, I'm awkward on dates? What do I believe? And why do I believe that? And if it's not working, why do I continue believing that? How can I update my beliefs? This is Mark Petroff 52.0 up there, right? It's like my body is a new body every 2 years. You're not the same person you were. And, so why are we carrying around beliefs that we had as a teenager or a 5-year-old? And, there may be therapy involved, there may be reading different books or having a different environment. And just a quick note on environment. Oops. 70% of results have to do with environment. So, who you hang around, what kind of place you surround yourself with, what kind of music you listen to, what your work cubicle is like, your environment is huge. So, if you take the 5 closest people to you and you look at your beliefs or your focus or how you're using your body and say, how do these people do it? And am I doing it like they do it? The next one is language. So, I don't know how they measure this, but they say we say about 60,000 words a day to ourselves.
I believe it.
And the trouble is, most of them are the same words as they were yesterday. Okay? And we wonder why things don't change.